Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening or watching my channel. If you're new here, hey everybody who is new to my channel. I give valuable content every single day, but today we're going to talk about heartbreak and your experience with heartbreak. And sometimes it's not easy being hurt by the one that should have loved you most, right? It's not easy being hurt by people who should have loved you in the first place, right? But sometimes things happen, and sometimes you grow apart and you no longer can be with that person, right? Sometimes it doesn't always work out the way we planned it or the way we thought, because in a split second of actions, everything that we once felt, our thoughts changed what we really wanted, because the person that should have been treating and appreciating and loving and caring for us is the very person who done the opposite of what they should have done. So how do you overcome this? How do you overcome heartbreak and breakups? Well, it starts by knowing what you deserve. First, you have to know your worth. You have to know that you deserve something better and somebody who's going to love you with their best abilities, not their second best, okay? Somebody who's going to make an effort, not someone who's going to make excuses and give reasons for why they done what they done. You need somebody who's of action, somebody who's going to change their behavior and do better because they want you in a better predicament, right? See, the thing about companionship, people don't realize, the thing about partnership in relationships and the unity and connection of the binding of souls, right? You're tying your soul to each other. This person that you love so much, you tying together, right? It's a deeper connection between you, him, her, God, whatever, right? So when you tie your soul to somebody, this unity becomes deeper. It becomes a profound thing. It becomes something more serious, right? And the thing about soul tying and how it can affect the other person is when you sleep around on your partner or sleep with other people who aren't mentally sound or have a dark spirit or just not all together within themselves, it can be detrimental to your partner's spirit, soul, and body. So betraying a sacred bond between lovers is detrimental in every account, because one, loyalty shouldn't be wishy-washy or wavy. You should want to have a deep connection with somebody. I get it. It's 1 in a million. It's trillions and billions of people in the universe. And no, you're not bound to stick with, the same person forever. Most people do. Most people die being with the same person that they've been with forever. And some people don't know how to commit, don't know how to be loyal. Some people get very tired of who they're with. Some people get bored after 2 weeks of talking to somebody. It's not always the person. Sometimes it can be you. Now, in some cases, when the person is misappreciating you, cheating you, lying to you, then it's not your fault. When you've given your best and gave your all and gave them the best of you, I'm talking about the very best. I'm not talking about the second best that they've been giving you. When you give 100% and they give you a 50%, you don't need to feel bad about anything that's happened. You need to take time to recover, move on, and heal over your wounds. But I need to remind you that in furthermore relationships that you get into, that you remember before getting into a new relationship that you fully heal and recover from the things that you experienced from your past. You have to overcome the pain in which other people inflict on you. You must overcome it and heal. You must not carry those baggage, those wounds into your next relationship, because every relationship is a clean slate, okay? Every relationship you start and get to is a clean slate, and you must start out good on every relationship. You must not carry your baggage from your past. Yes, it's cool to have a past and a testimony, but please be over the things in which you've experienced. Overcome those things within yourselves. Face your inner demons, your inner darkness. Please overcome the things. Heal from your wounds. Recover. Become self knowledgeable of knowing your self-worth. Love yourself. Give yourself the things you need. Give yourself the time out in the day to have everything that person took from you. So if you spent your time in a relationship that kept you from traveling, and the person didn't want to travel, I suggest you travel more. Do what it is that you wasn't able to do with the person. Learn how to love yourself. Learn how to do the things that the person would not do with you. Learn to fly and grow like a butterfly. But once you get out there flying and soaring your little butterfly wings, make sure that you enjoy it, okay? Make sure you heal properly, that you overcome, because when you get a new relationship and get somebody who is worthy of your happiness, and worthy of growing with, worthy of understanding, worthy of not being afraid, right? When you get with somebody who's worthy of going through trials and trials and trials, because relationships is just defined by how much you can overcome. It's the meaning of overcoming trial after trial. Can you overcome things with the person that you're with? And if you cannot, then you have no future with this person whatsoever. If you look at a person who you are totally in love with, right? And you see no future with them, you see no life, no purpose in why they're in your life, you see no growth for them being in your life, they add no value whatsoever, you are surely wasting your time. That is just a fun thing for a short period of time that will not last. That is just a fling, an infatuation. Make sure you know the difference between infatuations and people who are there to stay and there to be there for the long ride, because there's two different kinds of people who come and enter in your life. Now, heartbreak is not the easiest to get over. I, for one, know, and I've also experienced it myself. It's not easy and it hurts very much, but you must do your best to overcome the things in which you feel within yourselves and try your best to be your very best again, okay? Recover, heal, because a unity between people is when you love someone, right? Listen, when you love somebody and you are able to be careless and hurt someone, right? Someone who doesn't understand what love really is. Love is being able to love someone. Love is a sacrifice, right? Love is a sacrifice. It's sacrificing oneself in hopes that one may be able to love again, or hopes that one who deserves love can see they're able to love and be with somebody who's going to love them, okay? It's a total sacrifice, and sometimes you get hurt in the way of loving people. Now, I'm not saying people are going to be perfect. Do not expect this, because people are not perfect. I'm saying that you're going to get hurt by the people you love, no matter what. Now, you might not be somebody who hurt people you love, but it's a lot of people out here that hurt those they love. And you can't change how it is. You can't change the world, but you got to find somebody worth hurting with and growing with, and somebody who is not perfect, but you can understand their flaws and you can see the reflection of how you can grow and be better by their wrongdoing. Somebody you can reflect with, because a companion is just a reflection of betterment. If you can look in a mirror and look at the partner that you're with, right, and see that the things that they're doing is a great reflection for you and how you can be better and how you do not wish to do certain things. Partners are great reflections. You must use your relationships and time valuable, okay? Take the time to understand that relationships, when somebody really loves you, they'll give you their very best, because they will do their very best for themselves. So if a person that you are with cannot see themselves loving you in the way that they love themselves, if the person that you're with does not love themselves, does not have self-love, they can never fully love you, because They never fully learn to love themselves. A lot of times people can't fully love properly because they never properly learn to love themselves. And that's the biggest mistake in love, is that people never learn to love themselves, never learn to know who they are, what they deserve, what their self-worth, their self-esteem. They never learn to get over those inner pains that they've been through. They still hold on to a lot of wounds, right? And when you carry baggage with you, the thing about it is it prevents you from having relationships, friendships. It prevents you from being with somebody who really can love you, okay? It's the difference between somebody who wants to love you and somebody who really can, because somebody who really can love you will endure the things that you're doing, even though you've hurt them. I think my biggest things is in relationships is not that the person hurt me, is it was always that if a person was gonna hurt me or anything like that, when I brought up the hurt, it was just them. I wanted to make sure that that person wasn't gonna make an excuse for why they can continue doing. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have wrongdoings. It's okay to be imperfect. We all are imperfect, and no one's expecting anybody to be perfect. What I'm saying is, having the ability to be knowledgeable and accountable and responsible in a relationship is very valuable. And if you can't see the person that you're with, somebody worth growing with, somebody you can reflect with, somebody that you can, have a life partnership with, you're wasting your time. It's just for fun. It's temporary. It's seasonal. You'll fall apart. If you can't go through trial after trial and you're counting the mistakes that the person made, right? If you're holding on to the things that the person done, the thing about people that you can grow with for a long period of time is that they're just as easy to love as they are to forgive. Now, if you meet somebody in your life that is just as easy to love as they are to forgive, that is somebody that you should spend your life with, because the ability to understand them grows stronger in your wanting to let go of the things that they've done. And if that person is an accountable person, somebody who doesn't make excuses, somebody who wants to grow, somebody who learns, somebody who is, who just need help understanding, love, right? Then you should give that person a chance, because not everybody is out to hurt you. Not intentional. People hurt you up subconsciously, not knowing that they are. Because sometimes when you have childhood trauma and things that you experience in your life, sometimes it can carry on throughout your life. We suffer a lot more from the trauma that we experience as children than the things that we experience as adults. The things that affect us more is those things we experience as kids. So you want to work on the things that are affecting your abilities to love and grow with people and have healthy and happy relationships. And do not hold yourself in a relationship that does not grow you, does not suit you, or benefit you in any kind of way. Somebody who loves you will understand that hurting you is like hurting them, because you are one and you are totally nook with this person. You're so tied with this person. The reason why I can't hurt someone I love, right, is because when hurting them, it hurts me. To see them sad makes me sad. To see them unhappy, I am unhappy. But I'm going to do my very best to make sure that if they're sad, I put a smile on their face. If they're unhappy, I'll give them understanding for why they're unhappy, or to give them what they need. You can't make a person happy. A person must choose to be happy for themselves. But what I'm saying is, you must be there for the people you love. And the thing about loving people is just being a total reflection of what you desire, and finding that very person that is going to be the same reflection of who you are. It's just a mirror projection of each other, being a reflection of growth together. That's a life partnership. Somebody you can grow with and get through trial after trial, no matter what. And no one counts the mistakes in a relationship, because it's easy to love as it is to forgive. And when you find somebody worthy of your forgiveness, worthy of easily letting things go, because I'm telling you, I speak about forgiveness, but forgiveness is not easy. Forgiveness is much easier for me now that I'm older. But when I'm saying to you that you want to get a better understanding of things, overcome your heartbreaks and your things that you've been through as children and all the things that you experience, because you must get a better understanding, because in everything that you want to experience, have a life lesson that you need to obtain from the things that you went through. Have wisdom, and you're obtaining the wisdom from the things that you want to experience when you look back and see the reasons for why you went through those very things. So peace, love, happiness. Hope everybody's having a prosperous day. Make sure that the person that you're with is somebody you can grow with, somebody you can see yourself spending your life with, somebody who's a great reflection, somebody, no matter what the mistakes they made, that you can easily forgive them, somebody that, that is easily loved, right? Somebody who's very understanding, who has great value even if they're not fully together. Somebody who's imperfect just like you. Don't have high expectations and standards on how people should be if you're not the example of what you desire. You have to be the very reflection of what you seek in this world. And expecting people to be perfect is completely absurd on so many levels. So make sure that you have proper standards and small expectations when it comes to relationships, because if you're not expecting to grow with the person and you're expecting a person to be exactly how they are when you met them, then you're totally deceiving yourself. So peace, love, and happiness. This is love, wisdom, and knowledge, and I give you what you deserve. Peace.